Hello, this is Sophie Lawson from sophielawson.com, and this is another, it's not a quick look video. What we're doing on this one is, I'm going to talk about my confusion as somebody who's just getting into comics, my confusion over the numbering system and stuff. So let's get into this one. So lilDENNiS is with us today, and he's going to sit over in the corner. He's quite funny. So I've just sat down to read the comic Unknown, and well, the first thing is, I love this. It's absolutely brilliant. I'm going to do a review of it, but before I do the review of it, I want to talk about the number thing, because something quite funny but also frustrating, I suppose, happened whereby I thought I had issues number 1, 2, 3 and 4 of Unknown, as well as the trade paperback, but what it turns out, I actually had issue number 1 of the Unknown, The Devil Made Flesh, and then issue number 2, 3 and 4 of just the Unknown. So it turns out that the Unknown, The Devil Made Flesh, is sort of like issues 5, 6, 7 and 8. This is like the second season, I suppose. But I thought, so the first, what happened was I actually read this, I read issue 5 before the other ones. And the thing that's funny about it is, something very shocking happens in that one. And then the other thing is, as I was reading, I started reading issue 2 and I thought, this is a bit weird. It's like they jumped into a scene. And then when I went back, when I realised what had happened, which was right at the end, because what happened at the very end was, it sort of said coming next week, or coming next month in the next issue. And I thought there was only 4 issues. And that's when I realised that was actually the next issue. So when I went into the graphic novel, I realised that issue 1 was actually the start of the story that I'd read in issue 2. So it's all very confusing. And what I was thinking to myself was, that's, for me, I'm going to have to start paying a lot more attention to like the names and stuff, but it's very hard to tell what issues you're getting. For me, that's not enough of a difference. The Devil Made Flesh. Why didn't they call it The Unknown Season 2 or something? Or why not just make it, like, why not just have it so that the next season of The Unknown is actually issues 5, 6, 7 and 8? So I don't quite understand why they had to squeeze it into 2 lots of 4. So that's, and there's another thing as well. So I'm not sure if I've posted the video yet, but I did a quick look of a mystery box of Harley Quinn Comics, and a very similar thing is happening here, where I'm a little bit confused about the things, because firstly I've got 2 number 1s, but they're from different seasons, they're from different series. But the other thing is, you've got issue 1. I'm getting my words all mixed up because it's quite confusing. You've got issue 1, 2, 3, 4. You've also got your variants, which confuses it a little bit, but that I can sort of understand that one. But then what you've got, I've got issue 5 here, and I'm not sure if that is issue 5 of the same season, I don't know whether that issue 5 carries on from this issue 4, because it says Undercover Punker Part 1. So I'm not sure whether that is actually like a mini story inside of this sort of series of Harley Quinn comics. So somebody like me, it's all very confusing, and I don't want to go online and start trying to find out, because if I gone online and started trying to work out all these issue numbers and stuff, there's a chance you're going to run into a spoiler, because when you start looking for, if you type in, say, The Unknown Comic, how many issues is there, or something, when I did that, it kept coming up with 4 issues. So I did sort of think, I feel like there was no way that I could have worked that out really. So it's just a little thing that I've been thinking about, is the confusion over this. I don't understand why they don't just do it. I don't understand why they don't just do it so it's like called The Unknown, issue 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if you want to have little like runs or something, yeah, why not just do like season, why not have a way of doing it so it's like season 1, issue 1 to 4, season 2. But I think they need to start making it more clearer about what the issue numbers are and how they all relate to each other. So it's just a little thing I've been thinking about. So I do take responsibility for that. So like in the future I will be paying a lot more attention to the names of it. But for me that's almost like another reason why it's probably maybe better to get the trade paperbacks. Because with the trade paperback you know that you're getting the complete story. And I've looked online and it turns out there is actually a volume 2 of The Unknown. There's also an omnibus. So this is another thing, it all gets very complicated. You've got comics to collect, trade paperback volumes 1 and 2, and then you've got an omnibus of both of them. If I had known this from the start, I would have just bought the omnibus, the big one. So part of me thinks, is it just a way of them trying to make more money or something? But even if it is, I wish they could just make it a bit more easier to understand. That's all I'm going to say. But I am going to do a review of this comic, The Unknown. It's absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. If I had to sum it up quickly, I would say it's going into things like, out of body and like the connection between this world and basically what happens is this girl Catherine, she's trying to find out what happens when we die, and it's brilliant. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It's something a little bit different. It's just I had so much sort of emotions and I wanted to get it out before I do the review of this, because I didn't want that to sort of get in the way of the review, because it is such a good story, this one. So I hope you enjoyed that. And if you've got any tips and something, like, because the other thing is I went on to, I think it was the Boom's website, like the people who made this, because I was trying to find the order of the comics, and even on the Boom website it's only got issues 1, 2, 3 and 4. So you would have thought it would have said at the bottom there's a season 2 or something, but it's just really weird. But I hope you enjoyed that. lilDENNiS. Poing. I shall see you later for another one.